buddy, better get your $10 bills ready because these 10 games are solid. But they won't last long. All listings on Steam during the winter sale go until January 5th, January 7th for PlayStation, and cutting off even sooner for Xbox. But no need to waste your guys' time by endless scrolling through these game deals. I put together a condensed list of the 10 best deals I could find right now, so you don't have to waste your time and you can get to playing sooner. So let's get to it.
All right, let's go.
At number 10, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. You can get Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Steam for $5.99 until January 5th, for $4.99 on the PlayStation Store until January 7th, and Xbox until January 2nd. And as a bonus, if you have EA Play, this one's included. If you have any interest in the Star Wars universe, you'll feel right at home here. As a reboot from the beloved PS2 Battlefront games, you get the same great originality with some seriously impressive visuals and smooth gameplay. Plus, you can play a wide range of well-known Star Wars characters from all different timelines. Most will come for the multiplayer, which is awesome and comparable to DICE's Battlefield games. But it also comes with a fun, short campaign where you can play as a commander for the Empire. It's a nice change up from the typical Rebellion storylines. Up next at number 9, we have Rise of the Tomb Raider. You can get Rise of the Tomb Raider on Steam for $5.99 until January 5th, and on Xbox the 20-year edition until January 2nd. If you're craving a heavy story-driven game, packed with full of action and tense moments, Rise of the Tomb Raider will definitely fill that need. As a sequel to the first reimagined Tomb Raider from 2013, it picks up where the story left off and offers you a newer, more polished version of its already fun game mechanics. You journey through Siberia in search of an ancient city, but run into the classic bad military dudes trying to discover the ancient city's secrets for themselves.
Drop the guns, or Colonel Dr. Spalko is dead.
You'll utilize your survival and combat skills as you navigate your way through Siberia, taking out bad guys with clever stealth tactics and fashioning useful items with materials you scrounge up. All of these can be improved as you choose a path for leveling, empowering your stealth abilities, combat, crafting, and more. This game has smooth, fun combat, stealth, and a great story, making this an excellent buy. At number 8, we have Far Cry 4. You can pick this one up at Steam for $8.99 until January 5th, and for $6.59 at Xbox until January 2nd. Far Cry 4 just kept on delivering from what Far Cry 3 brought to the table. Traveling to a lush, mountainous countryside of Kyrat to fulfill your mother's dying wish, you quickly get caught up in the middle of a wild civil war, where you become an integral part of ending it. With a vast open world, tons of powerful weapons, fast-paced first-person action combat, and plenty to do within the campaign, you can spend as little as 17 hours to get the main story done, or be a completionist for around 60 hours of gameplay. Plus, if you have a buddy who has it, or gets it with you, you guys can party up and tear things up in the open world as a co-op team. At number 7, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of War. You can get this bad boy at Steam for $7.49 until January 5th, PS4 until January 7th, and as a bonus, if you want to bump it up to the definitive edition on PlayStation, you can pay an extra $1.50. Plus, if you have Xbox Game Pass or PS Plus Extra, this one's included. Middle-earth: Shadow of War is the second installment to the Lord of the Rings Shadow series, and they just polished it up and smoothed out what they did in the first one. It has excellent free-flow combat that is super fun and will have you feeling like a master swordsman as you slash your way through Middle-earth and possess orcs to build your army, and have them fight for you with the unique Nemesis system, allowing you to build an army and take over Middle-earth for yourself. With a decently in-depth talent system and vast open world, it's easy to get consumed with this world, making this one a serious bang for your buck. At number 6, we have Bioshock Infinite. Grab your copy at Steam for $7.49 until January 5th, or as a bonus, grab the 3-title Bioshock collection for $9.99 over at Xbox until January 2nd. Plus, if you have a premium sub with PlayStation, this one's included. Now don't dog me on this one, I know it's old.
You done lost your damn mind!
But this story and setting are so unique, making it super memorable. It's my favorite out of the 3 Bioshock titles. So for some reason, if you haven't played this, and you've played and liked any of the other Bioshocks, you're really missing out, and it is a must. And if you haven't played any of the Bioshock games, luckily you don't have to know anything about the series to jump right into this one. Set in the early 1900s, you're an ex-Pinkerton agent sent to a wild city in the clouds called Columbia. Your mission is to retrieve a woman held captive, and needless to say, things get absolutely bonkers and are far worse than you expected. At number 5, we have Borderlands 3. Get this one for $8.99 on Steam until January 5th, PS4 and 5 until January 7th, and Xbox until January 2nd. Borderlands 3 is a wacky but intense open-world looter-shooter that doesn't take itself too seriously. The guns have super cool status effects and utilize the elements to its most creative potential, making the hunt for new weapon types totally addicting. There are 4 classes, or Vault Hunters rather, that you can choose from at the start of your journey, each sporting their own unique set of abilities and traits. This one's more on the beefy side for content, with about 23 hours to complete the campaign and around 70 for a full completion. It'll have you hooked and looking for the next enemy to vaporize it every second. At number 4, we have Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition. You can grab this one for $4.79 on Steam until January 5th, and for $5.99 on Xbox until January 2nd. If you're looking for a game that you can completely immerse yourself into the world, Dragon Age Inquisition can do just that. It's a true RPG, where what you say and do have an effect on how the game plays out, and makes every decision you make feel meaningful. You're a hero who has been scarred by the Fate, which has given you the power to close rifts that are letting in demonic forces from another world pour out all across the realm. Your job? Clean up them streets of Thetis, taking out one bad demonic dude at a time. The combat has more of a learning curve, as you're in command of a party, not just your own character. So you can get incredibly tactical, making it a little more hands-on and challenging. Plus it has all the fixins for what you'd expect in a fantasy RPG. Tasty loot, classes, talent trees, mounts, and more. At number 3, we have Batman Arkham Collection. You can snag this 3-title pack for $8.99 on Steam until January 5th, PlayStation until January 7th, and Xbox until January 2nd. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be biased as f*** right now. I love every one of the Batman games, and they all get increasingly better with every new one that they make. If you haven't played any of them, you'd be crazy to pass up 3 insanely good games for $9. I'd say just Arkham Knight alone is a steal for $9. You get to strap on Batman's boots and kick ass, use classic famous bat tools, and solve mysteries. In its debut, it brought us a revolutionary fighting system that still inspires other games to this day, and it's hard to stop playing when you're feeling like a true Batman. Sorry, my nerd rant's over.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
No shame. Take on classic Batman villains like the Joker, Scarecrow, and quite a lot in other side missions depending on which game you were playing. And for a quick highlight, in Arkham Knight, you get to drive the Batmobile, which is an incredibly heavy-feeling vehicle, and it's super fun to drive around the open world of Gotham. Coming in at number 2 is Deep Rock Galactic. You can grab this gem for $9.89 on Steam until January 5th, PS4 and PS5 until January 7th, and as a bonus, it's included with Xbox Game Pass. If you haven't seen my review on Deep Rock Galactic, I'll post a link in the description. This one is not something you should miss out on. This game is damn near perfect, but it might not be up everyone's alley. With 4 classes to choose from, you can go solo, or preferably with a party, and dive deep into the space mines to start digging for precious materials. But what lies deep in the mines is not so friendly. Equipping yourself with a wide range of gadgets and guns, you'll have to fight off all kinds of giant bugs and make it out back alive with your newly plundered materials. You get to level up your classes and upgrade your gear, so you can take on more difficult missions. And when you've had your fill of bug genocide, make sure to get back to the space station and slam back a couple tall boys.
Round of Oleos, please. Rock and stone. Yeah. Rock and stone forever.
And at number 1, we have Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. You can grab this for $7.99 on Steam until January 5th, or bump up your copy to the complete edition for $9.99. That includes 2 additional DLCs. This is an awesome time to claim The Witcher 3, as they just gave it a little TLC with a new graphics update just a few weeks ago.
Dang.
You play as Geralt, a demon slayer and downright badass, taking on tasks no one else is willing to do, or can for that matter, in an open world setting while you hunt down monsters for sweet, sweet coin. Dare I say that The Witcher 3 is one of the best RPG games we've seen in the last 10 years?
Yeah, well, that's just like, your opinion, man.
With plenty of fantastic RPG elements, from leveling up, building your skills, crafting and finding the best loot, to a solid story-driven timeline, and actually well-thought-out designed side quests that make you want to see what that dude is whining about somewhere deep in the forest. You will definitely get sucked into this one and spend a lot of time wanting to discover all the secrets in a world which the Witcher roams. Well, my dudes, I hope you snag one of these awesome titles before they're gone. There were a ton of awesome games for this winter sale, so let me know if you guys found any sweet gems. And don't forget to check out my Deep Rock Galactic review right here. As always, thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.